we got a brand new report that's talking about how the Punisher is going to factor into Daredevil Born Again as a main character, which we recently got the confirmation of thanks to US copyright filings. So let's talk about Frank's big role and exactly how this changes what we know about Daredevil Born Again. Okay, so a little bit of a development in terms of what we're expecting with Frank Castle. So previously we talked about the report that I covered in a video that Frank Castle would be taking back the Punisher skull essentially under Disney, and that the plot in Daredevil Born Again involving him is him literally going after corrupt cops that are using the skull but not understanding what it actually stands for. So playing on the real world effect we have in our world about how that skull is perceived, what it means, and why cops literally, well, don't make sense when they wear it, right? And why Frank Castle has that as his logo, right? So we talked about that, and obviously that kind of makes a lot of sense because they're trying to do that in the comics as well, and it sounds like next year they will be doing that. But at the same time, we're kind of like, well, how does this connect to Daredevil and Kingpin? Allegedly, what we're going to see is that Matt Murdock doing more of the lawyer stuff, and that Matt is going to essentially be working with Frank as his lawyer, and Frank is going to be like, look, we got to clear this up, all right? And if you can't help me because I'm always being hunted by these people, and I know you got the itch to get back in that suit and do the vigilante stuff, you've seen that I'm right, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. You can't stop me, and I'm going to keep going after these people using literally my thing, which is the skull. And this is slowly going to bring into focus Wilson Fisk, who still has a lot of unfinished business with Frank Castle. This is going to put them on a collision path and ultimately push Matt to kind of retake up this vigilante life and be more, well, boots on the ground, I guess, in terms of combat again and what he's doing. So it does sound like that we're really going to be kind of addressing a lot of issues that people had with Daredevil and how they were handling the character over on the Netflix side of things without showing us much of the lawyer stuff. We're going to get that. We're going to get a lot more of it by the sounds of it. It's going to connect to Frank Castle. It's going to connect to that skull. It's going to connect to the messaging that Disney and Marvel want out there, that the skull is not what most people think it is, and that's going to be kind of a social issue in this, which I think that's smart. Make it clear what the Punisher stands for, because clearly a lot of people still don't know, which is baffling at this point.